Welcome back to Tide TV, your new home for Alabama football news and rumors on YouTube. I'm Ricky Green, your host, here for Tide Talk Sports. And today we want to take a look at a potential big-time flip candidate for the University of Alabama. Sticking with the recruiting theme, kind of like we've done for our past couple of videos, we'll talk an elite outside linebacker that may just be trending Alabama's way. This and more in today's episode of Tide Talk, starting right now. All right, everybody, I want to start off the episode like we usually do with a question for our viewers. I want you to get involved, get in the comment section right now, and tell me what you think. I will pin this question down below. Will Ed Orgeron be retained by LSU for next season? Y for yes, N for no. I'll be looking forward to seeing what you all think about that. All right, the reason I asked that question, though, very much related to and ties in to what we're going to talk about in this edition of Tide Talk. We told you in the preview, in the introduction for the video, that we were going to talk about a big-time potential flip candidate for the University of Alabama, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're talking about Keanu Koht, a elite outside linebacker, edge rush specialist type guy, currently committed to the Tigers of LSU. Looking here quickly at his 247 Sports ranking page, he's ranked as a weak side defensive end prospect out of Vero Beach in Vero Beach, Florida. 247 Sports, the composite, has him ranked as the 197th best player overall. I would say that's quite a bit underranked for the amount of talent that he has coming off the edge there on defense. Just a nightmare coming off the edge of that line of scrimmage, really. Keanu Koht is a guy that's been committed to LSU for quite some time now, but the way the season has went for the LSU Tigers, the accusations that have been brought against Coach Ed Orgeron and his staff there at LSU, the Title IX stuff, it has to be, at this point, spooking some of these recruits and a lot of these guys that are talking about transferring out of LSU. And I expect, at least in Keanu Koht's case, for Alabama to be the beneficiary of him deciding that he would end his time there in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So Keanu Koht is a big-time potential flip candidate for the University of Alabama. Coming out, of course, like I said, the 2021 class, he's committed to the LSU Tigers and Ed Orgeron. But there's so much smoke about what's going on at LSU right now. There absolutely has to be fire. And I've got some LSU fans that watch some of these videos, and they cannot be happy about what's going on down in the bayou right now. Recruits are thinking twice about their commitments to LSU. Prospects that are already there on the team are either opting out, aka quitting on their team at this point during the season, or just considering an outright transfer. Arik Gilbert considering playing his football somewhere else. Ed Orgeron said in his press conference this week that he would try to re-recruit one of the top tight ends in the nation in Arik Gilbert. But it's a mess at LSU, and I fully expect the University of Alabama to be able to take advantage of that. Nick Saban and his coaching staff know what's going on there to the west. And I think that Alabama will benefit from this. Now, moving past the flip segment, it is flip season. And I would say at this point, Keanu Koht is definitely on flip watch. If you're paying attention to what we got going on here at Tide TV, part of our community, I made a post yesterday evening, about a big-time potential flip out of LSU. So we've been on this one for a couple of days now, and are excited to be able to bring it to you all and let you know what's going on, what's the latest when it pertains to Alabama Crimson Tide football recruiting. Looking at another situation that could be affected by the way things are going at LSU, big-time defensive tackle prospect Maason Smith. We talked about him in an earlier video as well. Maason Smith is really a guy that I think people aren't giving enough credit to Alabama when it pertains to his recruitment. I think Maason Smith is seriously considering Alabama, so much so to the point that I've been made aware of that he may possibly even travel with his family to Tuscaloosa this upcoming weekend while Alabama is on the road taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And if that indeed happens, that could be huge for Alabama as it pertains to Maason Smith and his recruitment. They're coming to campus. Timing is great. There's no possible way anybody could say that he had contact with coaches or anything like that. Of course, the coaching staff will be on the road in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and it'll really give him a chance, he and his family, to see what the University of Alabama has to offer other than just being a national championship caliber elite football program. He'll get to see the rest the Capstone has to offer. And like I said in another video, anytime I've been in Tuscaloosa, any of the time that I spend there on the Capstone, the air just breathes different. Maybe I'm a bit partial, surely not, but maybe I am. Tuscaloosa is just where you want to be. So hopefully Maason Smith and his family will enjoy their time in Tuscaloosa if they do indeed decide to visit this upcoming weekend. Not going to keep rambling on this evening, getting ready to sign off here in just a few minutes. But before I do, I want to thank every one of you that have shown us support here on Tide TV so far. We couldn't be more excited about where we're going. Content's going to be rolling out. Channel's going to the next level. Our partnership with Chat Sports made that all possible. So big shout out to them, and a big shout out to you, our viewers, for being a part of our family here on Tide TV. If you haven't hit that subscription button already, go ahead and smash that subscription button for me right now and be a part of helping us break 2,000 subscribers here